Then let him pay your bills, I snapped, and shut down every utility, card, and rent payment. Bills don't pay themselves. She said it like she was sharing a secret, like she was doing me a favor. You're jealous of your brother. She leaned in over the candlelight, frosting smeared on her fork like blood. I blinked. He wasn't even there. That's what did it. That flick of her eyes toward the door. Like maybe he'd still show up. Like this was his day, not mine. So I said it, cold, clipped. Then let him pay your bills. Her fork froze mid-air. I stood, pulled my phone out, froze the checking account, disabled autopay, canceled the card she used for groceries, Uber rides, Netflix, her goddamn pedicures. The gas and electric would be gone by midnight. Her rent, my rent, was due in 5 days. Let's see how golden her boy was when the lights went out. I used to beg her to love me the way she loved him, tried harder, got straight A's, won awards he never even showed up for. But in her eyes, he could do no wrong, even when he did wrong. I still remember the day I introduced them, my ex-husband and her precious son. They shook hands like old friends, like they'd always known each other. Looking back, maybe they had. I caught them by accident. A message popped up on his laptop. Your mom said she'd help us with the lease. My throat clenched. My stomach didn't drop, it locked. I knew the name, I knew the number. It was my mother. At first, I told myself it wasn't what it looked like. I watched, waited, saw her name again, then again. Then came the hotel receipts, the nights he worked late, the texts that stopped being careful. She called him baby. He called her beautiful. And I stayed quiet. I didn't confront them. That's what they expected. No screaming match, no tears. I filed for divorce before he knew I'd seen a thing. I changed my will, my accounts. Bit by bit, I rebuilt my walls and started loading the ammo. I let her keep using my money. I smiled at her birthday brunches, paid for her drinks, listened as she lied through her teeth about how proud she was of me. I let her think she'd won. Until I didn't. That birthday was the last polite conversation I'd ever have with her. I made sure of it. Because revenge is best served invisible. And I wanted her to feel it, not see it coming. The lights were the first to go. She texted me that night. Something wrong with the electric? I didn't answer. She called. I let it ring. Water shut off 2 days later. Then Wi-Fi. Then her card declined at a pharmacy. Antidepressants she'd been on for years. She texted my brother. He blocked her. He didn't like being used either. Turns out betrayal runs in the family. She called me crying 3 days in, asked what was happening. I told her the truth. Bills don't pay themselves. My ex tried crawling back the same week. He thought I didn't know about the bankruptcy filing, or the job he lost, or the girlfriend who kicked him out. I knew. I made sure of it. A few well-timed emails to HR, photos, screenshots, whispers he was stealing from the company. He wasn't, but by the time he figured that out, the damage was done. I let them both drown in what they built. The confrontation came quietly. No fireworks, no cameras. Just her, sitting on my stoop, a duffel bag at her feet, hair unwashed, makeup cracked. She looked small, broken. I opened the door and said nothing. Her lips trembled. I made a mistake. I nodded, waited. He left, said I ruined everything, that I'm toxic. I nodded again. Still silence. You don't understand. He told me he loved me. I just wanted someone to love me again. There it was, the confession. I looked her in the eye, saw her for what she was. A woman who traded her daughter for a whisper of attention, and then blamed the fire she lit on the smoke in the air. You'll figure it out, I said, and closed the door in her face. It's been 6 months. She lives in a shared shelter now. The utilities are still off in her old apartment. The lease is in collections. My brother doesn't return her calls. Neither does my ex. Me? I sleep just fine. I used to think justice came from the courts, from lawyers and judges and fair trials. But justice, real justice, isn't loud. It's patient, precise, personal. It's watching the ones who stabbed you realize they're bleeding, and knowing you never even had to raise your voice.